we've had in Santa Clarita in quite a while. And we've got a room full. Make sure that you're checking us out on Facebook Live. You're going to find us 1220 a.m. as well as 98.1 FM. And, Holy Cross, we are literally Santa Clarita adjacent. 355-bed hospital located down in Mission Hills, just about 6 minutes driving time, I think, from the station in general. And, we've got some bigwigs here. Which is great, because then I can go ahead and step aside and let the true power talk. But I wanted to bring up a few facts. It's really great to be able to brag every once in a while. And Providence Health System, who we are a partner with, we are part of, and Providence, the Sisters of the Providence, happy birthday. 2018, 175 years this year, which is tremendous. We were honored over at Holy Cross back in February to have Chukio University, their sports medicine students. Now, the interesting thing about that is the premier sports medicine training for educating individuals to take care of their athletes in all of Japan. And so we were very lucky. I'm not sure exactly how this happened, but we were able to host them for a half a day and over at Holy Cross and go over how and what we're doing with sports medicine. Holy Cross was named America's 100 Best Hospitals by Health Grades, which anytime you look anything up online regarding medical, you're always going to find something from Health Grades. Holy Cross was recently honored U.S. News and World Report as one of the high-performing hospitals in GI issues as well as surgery. He also extended in geriatrics, pulmonology, and neurology. We love to see the accolades. We love to see the banners up. A lot of it is just an amazing group of physicians and a truly amazing group of treating staff at the hospital, as well as, we've got to give a nod to our administration, truly. And it's not because he's sitting next to me. This is something we have to do. Named among the nation's 150 great places to work in healthcare, which is a true testament as far as how the staff feels and how they're encouraged to continue to grow within what we do. Holy Cross's Total Joint Program, this is something a little near and dear to my heart, recently honored by Blue Cross and Cigna as a center of excellence. No easy feat, and again, tremendous team effort by everybody, including our physicians and staff. And then, just to let people know, we really do value our core values and our mission to a point where our staff are encouraged to recognize people who continuously and consistently go above and beyond, truly treating within the mission. And if you remember, a few months back, we had our diabetic educators on. And Azia Jalalova, who is one of our diabetic educators and was also on the air with us, just recently picked up the Mission Spirit Award, and she was recognized by a number of staff members. And it's not just from a single event, it's from continuously doing amazing work, fitting within the mission as well as our core values. So congratulations to Azia. Look forward to having her back on. Last month, if you remember with our show, we were talking with Michelle Barrett, who is part of our foundation, and going over the importance of the philanthropic efforts that help us support the hospital. But also, I did want to bring up a couple areas how the hospital is supporting out. Okay, and I understand we might actually get barged in on by Dr. Igbalia, but we'll wait and see if that happens. But our hepatobiliary specialist, Dr. Bobby Igbalia, is going to be team captain for our team Pancreatics. This is for Purple Strides LA, and this is to help support fundraising for for pancreatic cancer. And I think the biggest key on this one is that they want people to come out because they want to try to gain understanding as far as pancreatic cancer and all that's involved with that. But part two is they also want to fundraise because they have a goal in 2020 to double life expectancy. Right now, 9% survivorship with pancreatic cancer. They want to see that at 18% or above by 2020. A lot of that's going to come with tremendous research and tremendous care, and that can be done and needs to be done, and it needs to be supported by all in order to be able to have that. And so Dr. Igbalia is our team captain, and let me just find, there we go. If you go to purplestride.org and you can actually search Team Pancreatics, Pancreaddicts. Our team captain is Dr. Bobby Igbalier. And if you can, donate. If you want to just come by and walk, come over to our booth, make sure that you get a t-shirt, and come and join us. It's going to be over at Exposition Park, and that's going to be starting around 8:30 for opening ceremonies, and this will be Saturday, May 5th. But I think probably the reason why we're all here, and quite a large group of people here, is coming up on Thursday, May 3rd. Okay, we have an extremely special event coming up called Little Miracles, and it is a very intimate event where we're going to have the opportunity to hear from our CEO, who happens to be in studio with us, Dr. Bernie Klein, and also hear from our regional director for neonatology, Dr. Stephen Chen. I believe we're going to be able to hear from some families who have actually experienced the unbelievable work that our neonatal ICU, I'm just going to say NICU just because it's easier, but that's a neonatal ICU at Holy Cross, and they're going to share their experience. And, you know, we are in the presence of needing to raise funds to be able to expand, all right, because we have a community not only surrounding our hospital that extends into Santa Clarita, and it's going to be really important for us to be able to meet that need on a regular basis. And, you know, I'm just going to initially turn it right over to you, Bernie, because you say something often when you were in meetings, and you bring this up, and, you know, I'm understanding it better as time goes on, is that to ease your way. And you bring this quite often during conversations, you bring it up during meetings, and I'm going to turn the mic over to Dr. Klein, our CEO, and, you know, no easy thing to do is to run a hospital. And, you know, one of the pieces that I think as a employee and our staff will also reflect is that things roll downhill. And they do. And so we feel better because we're being asked to do what you actually do, is to be kind, to be good caregivers, and to ease people's way. So if you could, tell us a little bit about the hospital, what's going on, and then we'll kind of focus in more on the NICU, and as far as the needs and what our expectations and all that.
Great. Well, thank you, Tom, and good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here today. So Providence Holy Cross has quite a few things going on at this time. We are doing a large amount of renovation to better meet the needs of the community. We are replacing our imaging suites, our x-ray suites. We have one down, one to go. We are in the process of replacing and updating our cath labs, our cardiac cath labs. One is currently down. And then once we have that one renovated with brand new state-of-the-art equipment, we'll bring down the next lab. We've been going unit by unit on the nursing floors, taking down one at a time, gutting it, bringing it up to code, bringing it up to today's standards. And so we've done about 2/3 of the hospital. We have about a third to go. And the new units are just beautiful. And also our ORs. We are going OR by OR, taking one down, bringing it up to speed, bringing it up to state of the art. And so these projects are very exciting. It's kind of like when you own a home and you decide you're going to renovate a kitchen or a bathroom. It's a little painful while you get through it, but once you do it, you're like, I wish I did that a long time ago. And because our goal is to provide the best healthcare in the nation for the services we provide to the communities we serve, such as Santa Clarita. And I feel very, very passionate about this. I believe that if we're going to provide a service at Holy Cross, we should provide it as good as anywhere else in the nation, because that's the type of care I'd want for me and my family, our caregivers, our physicians would want for them and their family. So why shouldn't you expect the same? And we continue to work tirelessly to achieve this vision. We are very pleased that HealthGrade named us one of the top 100 hospitals in the nation for healthcare. So I think we are making excellent progress towards hitting this vision, but you can never relax. We have to keep pushing the envelope. Our promise is to know you, care for you, and ease your way. We understand that being in the hospital is scary. It can be very, very challenging. And our goal is to have incredibly compassionate staff who every day follow our mission and core values so that everybody, from the patient to the family member to the friend or neighbor who comes to visit, feels welcomed at Holy Cross.
It's true. It's 100% true, and it's reflected, and we're seeing that more and more. The hospital sends surveys out pretty regularly, and then there's other vendors who actually send surveys out, and those surveys are actually really important. A lot of the times, people will look at it and just kind of push it aside and think, "Well, I'm one person. Why would they listen to me?" And I can tell you that we listen. We are constantly listening. We find out everyone's results. Everything's anonymous, and oftentimes any comments and things like that may come through are being directed to the appropriate departments or the right directors, so that way we can continue to work on it. Not only to meet the need that may be where we weren't, but also to let us know where we are meeting the need, so we can continue doing that unbelievable work and continue to move forward, which is great. So now it's interesting because we want to be the best, and so we have been able to partner with some of the best. Can you go over some of the partnerships?
Yeah, Tom, there's a few key partnerships we have in an effort to raise the standard of care, the quality of care, not only in Mission Hills, but for all the communities that we serve, such as Santa Clarita. And so one such partnership we have is with City of Hope, and I think we've actually talked about it on the show. So we have, in addition to community oncologists and community surgeons, such as our FACE medical group physicians, some of our private doctors, we also have City of Hope oncologists and City of Hope oncologic surgeons on staff at Holy Cross. And they're located in our cancer center right in front of the hospital. So that way, patients from Santa Clarita in the North Valley can receive the same quality of care that you would get if you had to travel to Duarte. And in fact, we have many of the studies available at Holy Cross that are available in Duarte. And complemented by our own genetics counseling program, we actually are providing very comprehensive cancer services in our community. Another area that I'm very proud of is our partnership with Children's Hospital Los Angeles. So in our neonatal ICU, we have 24/7 coverage by a Children's Hospital Los Angeles neonatologist. We are the only hospital in the North San Fernando Valley, Santa Clarita Valley, Simi Valley that has 24/7 coverage by a neonatologist. Neonatal babies in our NICU are some of the most vulnerable patients we have in the entire hospital. They're very tiny, they're very fragile, and when things go the wrong way, they can go the wrong way very, very quickly. And so to have a doctor right there on site with our phenomenal staff, our caregivers, our nurses, our respiratory therapists, we can react instantaneously, which results in better outcomes. And also, we're able to take care of a much more high-risk population and more lower birth weight babies that in the past had to leave the community for that same level of care. So we're very excited about our relationship with Children's Hospital Los Angeles.
That's great, and we're really lucky too because Mara Collins was able to pull away from the department for a short period, so we can actually come up to do the show today. And Mara, it's busy.
It is busy. We've been very busy. I think I'm part of the newer portion of the buildings, the South Wing, and that was developed and opened up, I believe, in 2011 for women's services. Mm-hmm. And I think people were very surprised at how busy we became shortly thereafter on our total trajectory. So it opened in 2011 with the NICU as the last department. And then I came later in 2012. So since I've been there, I've known it to be quite busy the entire time, and we are, as you know, looking to expand and add to our bed space.
Right, right.
Based
And
on that
and
need.
we need to do that because, when we start getting busy and the need does come up, then we would prefer to have our babies with their parents at the same place.
Yeah.
Anytime that's possible. Right.
Absolutely. So, as we've kind of just developed the service over the years, it started, as I mentioned, in 2011. We've since had California Children's Services, and we've continued to expand and offer a high level of care to the community. So, we are very heartbroken whenever we need to move babies out specifically because of bed space. So when we are busy and we have those high census points, we
Right.
are looking forward to not having that experience.
Right. Now, and then you mentioned CCS, and then that was important for us because a lot of places, a lot of the local NICUs in the valleys can't accommodate CCS. Is that right?
Correct. So CCS, or California Children's Services, is actually a state program that gives that evaluation for quality of care. So there are certain standards that you must adhere to in order to maintain that, and that's something we applied for both for the hospital as well as for our department. And in addition, we have a high-risk infant follow-up clinic, which allows us to follow our babies, the most vulnerable and high risk, up to 2 to 3 years. And we have a pediatric developmental specialist from Children's Hospital that works in that area.
Oh, that is
And
So
what I-
we've really
and what I-
been able to provide a comprehensive service.
And what I love about the high-risk infant clinic is it gives these babies a much better chance at having a healthy, normal, long life.
Absolutely. Those first 3 years are crucial to catch up if they've had difficult times in the beginning. And so that we have a interprofessional team, which includes OTPT to do developmental evaluations, a nurse to coordinate, the physician who's, again, highly specialized and able to get them to the right services in the community so that they can optimize their overall development.
That is wonderful, and I'll tell you, we do reunions every so often,
We do.
and I had the opportunity to attend one of the more recent ones, and it is so amazing to see all of the kids. My gosh, the numbers that you've actually had the chance to be a part of that whole beginning, and all running around enjoying themselves, due in large part to the tremendous care that's being given, and it, pretty darn special. And there's going to be another one, I think,
There
right?
is in October, so
Right.
those invitations will be going out. But it is very exciting to see. I think we had about 200 people come. That was the NICU graduates and their families, and to get to reunite with their caregivers and see their progress and connect again.
It's amazing. And then we have a Hall of Hope.
A Hall of Hope.
Tell me
yes.
about that. I think
So-
maybe KHTS might have been out for something for this.
Yes.
But tell me about the hall.
So the Hall of Hope, one of the nurses from postpartum actually saw how difficult, as the mothers were coming from postpartum or going back to their rooms, that challenge was to go to NICU. And she really came up with this idea, along with Bev Holland, our maternal child health director, to provide stories of hope for those parents that have patients in the NICU. So I believe we have one story here, and that is little Grayson, who was born at about a pound and stayed for 77 days.
Oh, my.
And so his picture's there. It says, "My favorite memory of the NICU." This is obviously his parents speaking. "All the wonderful nurses who always took such great care of me." So it's an honor and a privilege to serve the community, and it's great to have the opportunity to see them grow and flourish and come back to us.
Right. It's nice too because it's everyone smiles. You start talking about this stuff and everybody smiles. It's not just a conversation, but everyone seems to lighten themselves back up again. I know we're coming up on our break right this second. You're joining us with a huge room. Rick Ferrante is with us also to my far right, and we'll be getting into discussing Providence in the SCV, as well as activities within our foundation. Coming up on our next segment, you're joining us here on KHTS, your hometown station. We'll be right back.
I just want to send a shout out to all my customers. It's Dave Reeves from Reeves Complete Auto Center in Canyon Country.
Reeves, Santa Clarita's choice for quality customer and automotive care.
I've been in automotive service my whole life. I learned customer service and honest communication make the difference.
Reeves, where customers matter.
I really appreciate your business and hope to serve you in the future. Thank you very much.
Reeves, on Ruther in Canyon Country.
Choosing the right coffee service was a top priority for John Hayes, owner of Hayes Plumbing in Santa Clarita. John's glad he called Sean Milligan at Professional Copy Service.
Well, once we found Sean at Professional Copy Service, we've been very, very happy. We started using him right after our factory warranty had expired on the current copier that we had purchased, and Sean and his guys have been far and above better than the factory warranty service.
Professional Copy Service, 299-5756. 299-5756. The only authorized Canon dealer for sales and service in Santa Clarita for Santa Clarita, Professional Copy Service.
We try to keep everything we can in this valley. We shop local ourselves, and we try to use any local merchant as possibly can.
Call Sean Milligan at Professional Copy Service, 299-5756.
Call Professional Copy Service immediately. They'll save you a lot of time and get your office staff back up to full production.
Professional Copy Service, Santa Clarita's only authorized Canon office equipment dealership. Ask about our free on-site demos.
Aloha, friends! Go check out Honu Coffee, home of the best cold brew coffee. What makes their coffee special is how their organic coffee beans are infused with nitrogen to create a smooth and delicious cup of coffee. You'll also find traditional bold coffees and island-inspired signature drinks. They're the perfect place to catch up with friends or just relax with your favorite cup of joe. Honu Coffee on Lyons and Walnut in Newhall. Stop by and say aloha.
With Facey Medical Group, good health is within your reach. Our doctors provide Santa Clarita's finest primary and specialist care at 4 convenient Santa Clarita locations. If you're looking for connected, convenient, personal care, there's no better place. We accept most health insurance, including plans offered through Covered California. Call 1-844-MY-FACEY for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Men, are you feeling tired, stressed, or just don't have the energy you used to? Did you know this could be related to decreased testosterone levels? Luckily, there's a safe, effective solution. Weeder Prime helps support healthy testosterone levels with clinically tested key ingredients. Just 2 capsules of Weeder Prime each day can help change your mood, energy, focus, body fat, and lean muscle. Feel the way you felt 10, 20, even 30 years ago. Rediscover your Prime with Weeder Prime. To find a retailer near you, visit WeederPrime.com. That's WEIDER Prime.com.
KHTS. Now FM 98.1 FM and AM 1220. Your hometown station.
Doctor, give me the news. I've got a bad case of loving you. No pills gonna cure my ill. I've got a bad case of love.
Welcome back, Santa Clarita. You're joining us here in the Providence Holy Cross Health Hour. I'm Tom Burton, the Orthopedic Program Manager over at Holy Cross. I am, if you're watching on Facebook Live, I'm the one waving. To my right is our CEO over at Holy Cross, Dr. Bernie Klein. Immediately to his right, Mara Collins, the manager for our neonatal ICU. And immediately to Mara's right is Rick Ferrante, who is with Home Care Services here in Santa Clarita, though he's actually an exquisitely busy board member for our foundation as well. So I appreciate everyone coming in. We just got finished kind of just generally talking about the NICU, some of the things that are coming up. We've got some fundraising opportunities we're definitely going to be diving into. But Mara, we want to go into a little bit more so is just to hear about the expertise and the skill levels, you know, that our crew actually possess that is allowing us to have these outcomes.
Thank you. I'd just like to take a minute to brag about the amazing team that we do have, because I know on Wednesdays we have our multidisciplinary rounds, and there we also include the parents as part of the team. But I think they're always surprised about kind of behind the scenes and how many people are involved. So I believe we have a very comprehensive program that we offer in maternal child health, and specifically that helps to support us in the NICU for these very sick babies and their families. So it starts out actually with our maternal fetal medicine. I mean, we have our moms that are low risk and have the opportunity, should anything happen during their laboring period, if they need emergent care for their infant or for themselves, that's able to be provided by the physicians and the staff that are present. So we have in-house laborists for labor and delivery physicians that are available on a moment's notice. And then prior, should they have high risk, we're partnered with USC and the maternal fetal medicine department. So we really have that before time, the interim time when they're in the hospital, as well as their time in the NICU, or even up to that 3-year period for the HRIF clinic.
That's wonderful. What a great continuum.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like that what we have to offer that makes us unique are the in-house physicians, both in labor and delivery, as well as NICU, and then just the amazing team of nurses and ancillary services as well that provide comprehensive care for the patients.
It's a tremendous crew. I mean,
It
really is, and it's a great teamwork environment as well. It has to be, I would assume.
It is. I would say not everywhere has the great teamwork. I've been in this industry for several decades, but I feel like that's something very special and unique about living the values, and I hear it from my own staff quite frequently how much they appreciate the teamwork and the sense of working together to provide great care to the patients who are the reason why we're here.
Right, and what an interesting piece to actually have the families involved for the Wednesday rounds.
Yes.
That is so interesting. Now, and they get involved, right?
They do. They come, they talk. It's a chance for them to, I mean, they can ask questions at any time. We're there for them. But it's a time when every service is present and they're able to interface at one time, asking questions of whether it be lactation, occupational therapy for feeding, spiritual care, and the physician as well. So, and the nurse does a presentation of the patient. So they really do have a chance to get the bird's eye view and then ask anything specific.
And just the fact of inclusion, that to actually be a part of the team, which the family members are.
They absolutely
and
are.
to be able to be invited in, which I think is just, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
They're out.
So I guess the best thing that I could probably say is that for all those who are listening or watching online, that it's obvious that we've got a really good thing going. And it's obvious that this really good thing, it's spreading. And because of that, we're busier. And because we're busier, we need to really think ahead on how we're going to be able to accommodate the need. And that's one of the things I think I really appreciate with Providence in general, is it's never really looking at tomorrow. They're really looking about 5 years down the line, 7 years down the line. So that way, we're not playing catch up. We're actually preparing for the inevitable. And that's something that we're going to see with the NICU, because obviously the need is growing insurmountably. Like I said earlier, we birth babies. Holy Cross sees, I believe, it's 200 to 300 a month?
We probably average about 280 deliveries a month, but we've had months where we've capped out at 377 babies in a single month.
Right.
So we are very, very busy in labor and delivery.
It is very busy in labor and delivery, and that sort of rolls our way. So our staff, the NICU nurses, the RT, and the physician as needed do attend many of the high-risk deliveries. So it's a busy, busy department.
Wow. So Rick, we have a lot of work ahead then, is what I'm saying. So Rick Ferrante is one of our board members for the foundation, and he is, for lack of a better way of putting it, you're the captain of Providence in the SCV.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I was hoping for a better title. I don't know, captain. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. I really don't have one. Yeah. So here's the thing. We've heard a lot here about. I mean, just think of this incredible resource. Okay, and it's really difficult to try to think about anywhere in the country for anybody living in whatever community to have this kind of really effective and powerful resource in the medical field. And we are fortunate to have that, but it needs a lot of support to be able to continue to do that work. And, you know, myself personally, my family, have a long connection with Providence Holy Cross, Providence Network. And I know, Tom and Dr. Klein and Mara, that there are people in this valley, in Santa Clarita, like me, I've been up here for 27 years, that have this kind of connection. Maybe they themselves or maybe a family member has utilized the services there at Providence Holy Cross. And the interesting thing is so many people feel grateful for it. Maybe it was in the NICU, or maybe it was in another department that they, emergency or whatever it was. And, you know, they feel very grateful. They feel very much like they want to help in whatever way they can, even if it's just in, you know, just general support. But there was no place to go. Okay, there was no home for them, at least here in Santa Clarita. Now, I know we could go down to the valley and the whole thing, but there, you know, it's hard to find somebody in Santa Clarita that wants to go over that Newhall Pass. It just doesn't happen, right? But right here, what we're doing is we've started a group, Providence and SCV, that is in support of the mission of Providence Holy Cross and the great things that you just heard that are happening there. But for people who either live or work here in Santa Clarita, that support that mission and either live or work here. If you have that kind of, you know, thought process, that background, if you have been somebody who has been helped by the great people that are over at Providence Holy Cross, get involved. Let's talk. And it, you know, whether you can write big giant checks or all you can do is show up and be a part of it and anything in between, it makes no difference. What we're looking for is engagement, support, the whole gamut, and it really doesn't matter of where you're at. But I know this community, and I know there are people out there that appreciate the resources that we've just heard. I also know that this is a very generous community and wants to support those resources from wherever we can get them for ourselves and for our neighbors and friends, etc. Well, there's a place to do that. So get in contact with us. And again, in any way that you can. I mean, literally, if it's just kind of spreading the word, that's fine. If it's, you know, you can help with financially with this campaign that we're on for the expansion of the NICU, fantastic. And again, it's anything in between. Bring your friends, bring your neighbors. The point here is, look, I've been up here 27 years. I know people in Santa Clarita, and I know they have a kind of heart that wants to support this organization. Pick up the phone, give us a call, and let's support in any way you can. We have this event. It is on May 3rd. It's going to be over in Stevenson Ranch. Okay, it's just at actually someone's house. And I'm not going to give the address because it is somebody's house, but this is someone who's a staff member of Providence Holy Cross. They're so committed that they're just open up their house to have all these people come in and take over, right? And we will have Dr. Klein is going to be there, Dr. Chin. We'll have a family there explaining their experiences of all the things we just heard about. It's powerful, and just understanding what's going on there. And then so that you can decide whether it's something that you want to kind of, hey, I want to get involved at some level. Just engaged or involved at some level. Come on out May 3rd, and you know, it's free. We have Bonefish Grill is going to be hosting the food. It's going to be great food, wine. The Burton family is actually hosting the spirits. It's going to be an enjoyable evening as well as educational, and to get a chance to understand. And no pressure. We're not sitting here trying to, you know, turn you over and jiggle out the pockets, right? But we do want you to understand what's going on, what people there are doing, and the kind of things that we heard about today, and then be able to have a chance to look around and look at some friends and neighbors that are also committed to this and believe in that mission. Myself and my family do. I know the people here in this room do. I know there are people out in this valley. But how do you kind of, you know, how do you do something about that? Well, I got a way to do it. Come on May 3rd, give us a call. I'm going to give you a phone number you can call if you're interested in coming out. I just need a head count. I need RSVPs to come out on that date. It's 6:30 in the evening, May 3rd, over in Stevenson Ranch. 661-412-0707. And that's just my number. Just give me a call. Hey, Rick, I want to come. I want to get involved in this. What an incredible resource. What incredible people we're going to have actually a chance you can sign up to do tours over there at Holy Cross. What a great way to do that. I've been on these tours. You just feel it. The energy there is incredible. It's great in this room, but you get everybody there, and it just even gets, kind of exponentially.
And the history of the hospital.
It's kind of fun, too. Very interesting.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, fun stuff. So definitely just if you feel even that inkling to say, hey, I want to get engaged in whatever way, we will find something for you to do, whatever it is that you can, and join us. We're having a lot of fun. It feels really good, and let's be a part of this. Just give me a call.
The people are really nice. We've had the opportunity to go to a number of meetings. The people with the Providence and the SCV are your neighbors. They're not all medical. They're people.
All walks of life.
And we're not asking for medical. And some are in positions where financially it's not something where they can make these donations. But we can show up. We can absolutely be a part. And really, the thing that you so beautifully said, and Michelle Barrett last month said, was that it gives you the opportunity to be a part of something great. And to know that you can look at it once everything is said and done and go, I was actually part of this. There's a pride that goes to that. And, anytime that you can actually be a part of that is so powerful, and it's an amazing feeling. So
I'm going to go out on a little bit of limb here, Dr. Klein. I'm not sure if he'll, what he'll say to this, but I want to be a part of this party that he's going to throw when this NICU expansion is done. And I want to bring all my friends and neighbors here in Santa Clarita, and we're going to come down there, and he's going to show us. He'll probably serve or something. Yeah, he'll serve the cake. But that's what I want to be a part of, like you just said. I want to feel like that we've been involved in some level to be able to make that happen there for that NICU, for those families, for the people on that wall, for the people that are really doing it, for these kids. If I can feel that, and I know there are a lot of people out in this community that want to feel that. So, Dr. Klein, I'm going to put it out on record there. We're going to have a party. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be. We'll have we'll kind of give you a little bit of a timeline of how that estimate of how that might be on May 3rd. But yes, exactly. Let's come out and be part of something big.
And come out and enjoy some really, really nice people out in Santa Clarita. I'm going to give another phone number as well, if I can, which goes to Teresa Garcia over in our foundation over at the hospital. It's another way that you can reach us is at 818-496-4600. Or if you'd like to email, which is what I did because she was off that day, at Teresa, Teresa, Garcia, Garcia, at providence.org. Write to Teresa, give her a call, not only for this event, which is we're just really, really proud of. And my understanding is we actually have another one planned for August, which is going to be an absolute blast. But also give Teresa a call if there's something that you might want to get involved with. We were really lucky to have the Igbalier brothers in a bunch. All three of them are doctors. All three of them are phenomenal. Absolute blast of a show. But all three of them were, as children and as they were growing up, were required to work and to donate time and to volunteer. And they said that was probably one of the most rewarding things that they did to gain a better understanding of what occurs within medicine. So that way, when they actually put the white coat on and actually started delivering care, all of those things allowed to keep that humanity and that humanitarianism piece of it in, and philanthropic activity continues with them because of what was instilled. And if you've met them on the radio, but to actually meet them in person, they're a bundle of energy. They're a bundle of excitement and a true love to what they do. And I think a lot of that is due to the fact that they really do get the concept. And they were one of the first people who actually said, listen, come to the hospital, hang out with us. You can round with me. I don't have a problem with that. And let's just kind of chat and see how you might be able to get involved with the hospital. And that's one of the things that, and now I've been able to gain a better appreciation and understanding over, the last 15 years with the foundation with Holy Cross, to a point where something as simple as, though you can't see it on Facebook Live, I've got my little badge on that says Mission Maker, okay, which is something that, all of the staff were given the opportunity to also be a part of the fundraising that helps support the hospital. The hospital, we can stay open, but if we want to maintain our continued progression with the new technologies coming out, we have to somehow be able to fund those activities and those wonderful new technologies that will allow us to be on cutting edge, that we will continue to always be on, to a point where the staff is actually now stepping up. Payroll deductions, single donations, and you can imagine how many people are actually walking around with these badges.
Yeah, so I just want to make a comment, Tom, on the Mission Makers. Over 25% of our employees, our caregivers, are mission makers.
That's amazing.
So over 1 in 4 of our employees are taking their own money and donating to Providence Holy Cross. That's how passionate, how strongly they feel about our ministry, our hospital, and what they do, and their desire to continue to make Holy Cross the best place to receive care.
It's true. And, we started off as a very small community hospital without a lot of expectation, except for to deliver care to that small little component of the Northeast Valley. And, we've turned into a regional powerhouse. Just take a look. If you drive into the valley and you look at Santa Clarita, just take a look at all of the mountains surrounding that. That's where all the helicopters with trauma will be flying from to come to our hospital, because we're the ones who are delivering that kind of care. So exciting, and gosh, there's a lot of passion here today, right? I know we have to take a small break. We're going to be coming up for a wrap up shortly. You're joining us, Tom Burton, Bernie Klein, Mark Hollins, Rick Ferrante, for the Providence Holy Cross Health Hour on KHTS, your hometown station. We'll see you in a moment.
Daily Imprints is the premier one-stop shop for custom embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products in the Santa Clarita Valley. Owners Joe and Dana have provided KHTS with quality embroidered company shirts for over 3 years. If it's new business cards or promotional products you need to enhance your image, Daily Imprints is the choice for you. Located on Lyons Avenue, stop by or call today, 661-678-0508.
My favorite restaurant in Santa Clarita? Salt Creek Grill, of course. Great food, neat atmosphere.
For a business lunch or romantic dinner, I'll always go to Salt Creek.
Hi, I'm Greg Amsler, owner of Salt Creek Grill. We have created Salt Creek to provide you with the most comfortable and inviting restaurant in Santa Clarita. Enjoy fresh mesquite grilled fish, aged steaks, and the best chops imaginable. There's entertainment every Friday and Saturday night, and we have the best Sunday brunch in town. Salt Creek is on Town Center Drive in Valencia.
Woodward Kitchen and Bath started in 1988 with my husband and myself as a mom and pop shop.
Lisa Woodward.
We started off with my husband and myself. We've grown from being a cabinet shop to being a full one-stop shop, so we can do the whole turnkey project.
Let Woodward Kitchen and Bath transform your Santa Clarita home.
We do everything in-house, can supply everything, and it's the same person you'll be working with from the start of your project to the end. That's what makes us more special than somebody else down the street.
Woodward Kitchen and Bath, woodwardkb.com. Indulge yourself in the world of wine at the 6th Annual Sierra Pelona Valley Wine Festival, Saturday, April 21st from noon till 4 p.m., benefiting the Zonta Club of SCV. Get your Chardonnay on with live music, gourmet food, handmade crafts, and the best local wine Santa Clarita has to offer at Reyes Winery. Dionysus Dilettantes and wine connoisseurs alike will enjoy this festival. Sponsored by Reyes Winery, Pepsi, Anheuser-Busch, main stage sponsor SCV Advanced Audiology, and VIP sponsors California Bank and Trust and Mercedes-Benz of Valencia. Visit ReyesWinery.com to purchase tickets.
Men, are you feeling tired, stressed, or just don't have the energy you used to? Did you know this could be related to decreased testosterone levels? Luckily, there's a safe, effective solution. Weeder Prime helps support healthy testosterone levels with clinically tested key ingredients. Just 2 capsules of Weeder Prime each day can help change your mood, energy, focus, body fat, and lean muscle. Feel the way you felt 10, 20, even 30 years ago. Rediscover your Prime with Weeder Prime. To find a retailer near you, visit WeederPrime.com. That's WEIDER Prime.com.
Now FM, 98.1 FM and AM 1220, your hometown station.
Doctor, give me the news. I've got a bad case of loving you. No pills gonna cure my ill. I've got a bad case of love.
And thank you for coming back after that last break, joining us here on the Providence Holy Cross Health Hour as we kind of wrap things up for our April show. I just want to throw a special thanks out to KHTS in specific. They've been staunch supporters of Holy Cross for quite some time now, and just to know that they have our back is extremely encouraging, and being able to have the opportunity to be able to bring Holy Cross out to Santa Clarita, which, if you haven't been driving around recently, you're going to find the Providence name is showing up, whether it be within our own buildings or our specialties or our partnerships with City of Hope or with Exer. It's just very, very, very exciting, and we're glad to be a part of it. For those who didn't know, we were actually out doing concussion baseline testing with the hockey teams out here in Santa Clarita, and really look forward to our ongoing work with the Concussion Symposium as a group effort. And this is one of those very few things where we actually get together with Kaiser, Henry Mayo, with Southern California Orthopedic Institute as a group. All of which, I hate to use the word competitors, but we kind of are working to try to work with the same people. But we feel that there's things that are going to be important enough that we need to come at it with everything we've got from all sides. So just so excited to be out here. I wanted to ask Dr. Klein, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'd like to close with a huge thank you. I'd like to thank our phenomenal physicians, our laborists, our neonatologists, our perinatologists, our wonderful caregivers, our incredibly talented nurses, respiratory therapists, even our EVS, our environmental services staff, who pour their heart and soul into their job each and every day. And then last but certainly not least, to thank KHTS for allowing us to host this show, as well as the people in Santa Clarita. We are here to serve you. We appreciate your support, our commitments to provide the best care as we can in the nation, locally, and we can't do that without your support. And Rick, I want to say absolutely. We get this NICU beds built, I will be delighted and honored to host a party and serve cake.
Nice. Very, very nice. Mara.
I wanted to say thank you also for giving us the opportunity to tell about the NICU and the services and to families and women and children, and to express the need that we have that call to action for support so that our mothers and babies and families don't need to be separated when we fill to capacity. So thank you so much.
Absolutely, Rick. I know you've got something.
I've always got something. I want to echo those thoughts, and I want to, all the staff and everyone at Providence Holy Cross. Obviously, these are some really great people, and I've had a chance to get to know a lot of them involved here. But I also wanted to actually push out there and look, are you ready to get involved? I mean, this doesn't just, there's a lot of great people. It does take a lot of support. And being grateful is great, and to appreciate the things and the resources that we have. But it's time to get involved and to do something. And by the way, all those great people we're just talking about are people that are also involved, like the mission maker and everything else. They're all part of this. So you want to be surrounded by some really good people that have that same heart for this mission. Give us a call. I'm going to say it again it's May 3rd is our event, but just to be involved, even if you can't make it on the 3rd, be involved in the organization, in the Providence and the SCV. My number again is 661-412-0707. Just give me a call. We'll let you know how it is that you can help and support. We're going to have other events. We have another one coming up in August 16th. And again, also thanking the support here of KHTS. Appreciate all you guys coming in, and we're going to have some good time here on May 3rd, so come on out and give us a call.
It is going to be an absolute blast. It's going to be a great event. We're going to be able to learn more about what's going on with the NICU and with Holy Cross, how everyone can just really jump in and help. And I think one of the things that, as also a family member who've had kids in school here in Santa Clarita, a lot of the times when we're looking for help, you just look at it and go, but I don't have all of that time. And I think one of the pieces to it is that with the Providence and the SCV, with it continuing to grow as it has been growing, it's a lot easier to share a load when you've got a huge group of people as opposed to one. And so it's baby chunks of time that you would have to be able to give. And I think that would fill a nice block to know that you are, who knows, maybe making for an unbelievable experience for a family that is in need with their baby in the NICU. Something so simple as that. And so I encourage everyone, give Rick a call, all right? He gave you his personal number, all right? This is now officially on the public airwaves, all right? Usually they just wrote that on walls, but now this is official. So, I, again, want to thank everyone for spending the time with us, taking your lunch hour to join us here on Providence Holy Cross Health Hour. Special thanks to KHTS. Our guests today, Bernie Klein, Mara Collins, Rick Ferrante for joining us. I know we'll be back third Wednesday of every month. We'll see you in May. Again, we'll enjoy lunch together one more time. And again, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us on the Providence Holy Cross Health Hour.